All right, so I get asked quite a few questions about machinery. What would I buy if I was starting out again? Now, over the years that I ran my line striping company, it was about half a decade, and I spent around $200,000 on machinery. This is some of it behind me. Now, this one, for example, this is a Graco, the ES1000. It is an electric machine, absolutely fantastic if you're doing indoor striping. It's actually pretty good outdoors as well, but the pump on it's fairly small. They do a bigger version, the ES2000. I think it's a little bit better, a little bit more robust, but it literally starts at like $20,000. It is quite a pricey machine. So probably not the one I would go with to start with. I'm actually a bit more of a fan of petrol, and I do like hydraulic systems as well, which is exactly what we have right here. Now this one is a 200 MMA machine. This one, buying it in the UK was £55,000, which is like $70,000. It is absolutely phenomenally huge, way too heavy, perfect if you're doing MMA paint, but quite honestly, massive overkill. It does have the air system that goes on here, a huge bead tank that sits on the front, and then you can do your two-part MMA systems, which I think is a fantastic product if your customer is willing to pay for that. But honestly, I regret buying it. It is a machine that I spent so much money on, I should never have bought. It has been used, I think, in total, this one, about 4 hours over 5 years. Crazy, I know. And just a quick note, back on the ES1000 over here, this one must be on its 5th or 6th pump, and all we put through here are just standard traffic paints. It literally burns through pumps. I don't know if it's because we're running too high a pressure. We typically try and run it around 1500 PSI, 6 inches from the ground, gives us a really nice spread, a nice even line width, but honestly, we burn through pumps on these things. Next up, this is Titan, quite a big brand. Honestly, I hate them. Now, this one is a hydraulic unit, which is great. Sorry, there's some equipment running behind me. But, just to clarify, the hydraulic system is fantastic, but it's not one that I would go back to and use again. So Titan for me was just a little bit too cheap. We went through a lot of breakdowns on them. They didn't work very well. We had to constantly have parts replaced. In fact, looking at this one right next to me, even the grip on the sides broken multiple times. Sorry, the little squeezy handle. The actual frame we've had re-welded because these come loose. The handles bend and break. We actually had 6 of them replaced under warranty in the first year. So personally, I don't rate Titan. I also find these bits here. Look at this. This is the pump, and you're supposed to, if you want to recirculate down to the gun or back into the tank, this thing is built with the cheapest Chinese metal I have ever seen. It has got the Honda engine on the front, which is a fantastic engine, but everything else about Titan is horrible in my opinion. The brakes don't work, the guns are just the cheapest, nastiest, crappiest guns I've ever used. In fact, let me give you a quick side-by-side comparison from a Graco. This one, if I just unwrap this, this is your Titan gun. Now, I find it just a little bit flimsy, a little bit crappy, not quite on par with the Graco. The Graco one, let me just bring one out here. This thing is a solid lump of metal, and sorry, I'll just unwind it a little so I can get it over to the camera. This one is a solid lump, and honestly, I think they are solid. They are so good. Spray tips are fantastic. Everything works. You can drop these, our ones run so much paint through them and they never give up. They're amazingly good quality. But really, what I would buy, and this is the key thing, right? This is my very first machine. This is the Graco 5900. It is the first machine I bought. I paid about $10,000 all in for this thing brand new. I've never had a pump replacement done on it. It has done an awful lot of paint. I'd say we probably get through somewhere around, we work ours out in liters, it's probably 4 gallons in a tin for us over here at least. What's that? No, it's more than that. It's about 5 gallons in our tins. We do 20 kilos. I think it's about 5 gallons, give or take. We probably run 10 of those a day through this machine. It is bulletproof. We have never, ever had to replace the pump on this. We do an engine service on it. We have had a few filters block up that go on the side here, but honestly, it's such a simple machine and it just works every single time. The only one I would say that is marginally better is we recently got it's the HS130, which actually I believe is a little bit cheaper than this, but it has the hydraulic pump. Absolute game changer of a machine, the HS130. It slows everything down in terms of, when you're running a piston system like this, it's quite sort of, clackery. When you move to a hydraulic system, it just slows everything down, gives you a nice smoother line. So if I were buying again, I would probably look at something like the Graco 5900 or the HS130, both at about $10,000. Now you will add a few extras onto these, such as laser guidance systems. I'll send you a link for where I get my laser guidance from, because at least in the UK, they're about £2,500, which was like $3,500 nearly at the time. Crazy. I actually know the manufacturer, so I'll send you the link for that one as well separately and buy it from them. But look, that's it. I think if you're starting out, don't go crazy, don't go buying big machinery up front. Spend a little bit of money on a very good quality machine like the 5900, the HS130. Start small. It's amazing how much these machines will do. And of course, I know everybody likes to add the line driving systems. I did go to Titan for my one as opposed to Graco. I have no regrets over that because the Titan one is absolutely solid. I think it's a really good choice. I have actually got it coupled up to a Graco system. For those big parking lots, it's absolutely fantastic. I think these retail for about $10,000, give or take, depending on which model you go with, because you can get lights and beacons and all the other bits and pieces that go with it. I'd go for the very basic model, in all honesty. I don't go for all the beacons, the lights, and all the other flashy stuff. I want to make profit, not just spend on shiny things. But that's it. I would go simple machine, and if you need one, go for a ride-on system as well. It speeds things up, but in all honesty, even then, you can literally install hundreds of parking bays a day using one of these. You're getting your steps in, you're keeping fit. You don't need a ride-on system. Save the money, in my opinion. Wait till you got lots of business coming through, lots of money spare, then buy one. Otherwise, stick with a basic machine, just walking around the parking lot, get those steps up. Honestly, you won't look back. That's it from me. I will see you guys in the next one.